In question 11, once again, you've been asked to work with exact values, and you're being asked to work with a cast diagram to identify whether the ratio in that instance is going to be positive or negative. And you're going to have to use symmetry properties to relate all your angles to those in the first quadrant. So pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, and the exact values for sine, cos, and tan. Now, in the first instance, sine 3 pi on 4 will put it into the third quadrant, so it's positive sine pi minus pi on 4, which is going to be negative, which is going to be positive sine pi on 4, and that, of course, is going to be root 2 over 2. In a similar way, tan 2 pi on 3 is slightly less than pi, so it's equal to the negative, as we're in a quadrant where only sine is positive, tan pi minus pi on 3, which is negative tan pi on 3 in this instance, which is going to be negative root 3. When we look at 5 pi on 6, once again, we're working in that second quadrant, so it's negative cos of pi minus pi on 6, giving us 5 pi on 6, minus cos pi on 6, and that's going to be equal to negative root 3 over 2. Moving on, if we look at this next question D, we actually fit into the pi plus 2 territory. Only tan is positive, so it's going to equal negative cos of pi plus pi on 3, which is negative cos pi on 3, which will end up giving us negative a half. With tan pi on 6, same quadrant, we're fitting into third quadrant, but in this instance, tan is positive, so positive tan pi plus pi on 6, positive tan pi on 6, and that's equal to root 3 over 3. In the case of F, we're now in the first quadrant, in the 2 pi minus theta category. So it's negative sine of pi minus pi on 6. Negative sine pi on 6. And when we work that out, that will be negative a half. So draw your cast diagram or use your information sheet. Look at the angles and the symmetry properties. Once you've worked out which of the quadrants you're in, convert the angle into the pi minus, the pi plus, or the 2 pi minus, and then the sine, and then convert to the angles or the radian measures in the first quadrant.